time I get calls, and I don't be wanting to like. I be having to hang up on people
Get a PC
because
or a Mac.
yeah, that's something I have to do because I don't be wanting to hang up on nobody. But like when I be doing it from my phone, it's still active too. Like my kids might call me and my mama, or my lady or something. So I'd be needing to be able to do that. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely go get one. I got a whole area in my house that I want to set up for a whole like studio area. Man,
So
dope.
I found out recently why Kendrick didn't perform songs like Pour Up Drink and everything.
Why not?
Yeah, I gotta remember he just he just dropped his label basically, or the contract was up with
Talk
TDE.
about TD. Well, he been out away from TD for what about a year or so, right?
Yeah, but all the old music is still caught up in that contract, licensing wise.
So they would have not let him use it, or they would have to pay him if he. They would have to
The,
have to pay them
the
if they.
split is different. So like instead of him getting like now he owns more of the music, so he gets like 60 to 80%.
Oh, okay, but I
Before he was
also.
get before he was getting 15%, 15 to 50,
Oh,
which is why Drake was able to bring up the numbers like he did.
okay, that makes sense. He was saying he was signed to. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I
when he
think.
was able to respond to you signed to a nigga that signed to a nigga that said he was signed to that nigga.
Yeah, which is true. Drake is signed to a bunch of people.
Kendrick signed to his own label and
Now
has
he
a
signed to.
licensing agreement with Universal Music Group.
Yep.
Therefore,
I
they're
think.
paying him to license his music
Yeah,
versus
and
him
that's the
being
way to.
signed to a deal.
Right. So what do you think about that his Super Bowl performance? So it's so funny. I was talking to my mom, and she called me. My mom is out of. She don't know nothing about hip hop or nothing, and she was just like, so what was going on with that? What was he talking about?" And I was like, and she was like, "Was it?" And I was like, I said, "Yeah, he was." She was like, "Was it a political thing?" I said, "There was some political stuff, but I felt like a lot of stuff had to do with Drake. He had a lot of a lot of disses to Drake." She was like, "So what's up with this Drake guy?" And I was kind of telling her or whatever, but I was like, "Yeah." I was like, I thought it was a pretty good performance. I think that he was definitely making a stand with and it was a lot of double entendre. There was a lot of stuff going on that people didn't even realize, like with like the with the Bloods and the Crips. It was America, but it was also the Bloods and the Crips. And then he was showing that the fact that he had both Bloods and the Crips, and then he had the white was the purity that he was trying to bring people together. I was reading to a lot of stuff. I'm like, man, it was a
Yeah,
lot of
but
stuff.
that's after you done like all right. So watching the performance the first time is one thing. Once you
Right,
go back and study the performance, it gives you a whole new light of what happened.
right. And
Like it gives you
no,
like, oh, they did. It's like watching a movie almost to where like the little details that go into it, or like how they do breakdowns for Marvel movies.
right.
The little breakdowns is like, oh, they put this in the background, and this is related to this, this, and this, which lines up with this, and it's all part of the same storyline.
Right. Like
What he
when
did was Kendrick did a version of "This Is America" based around the songs that he just dropped for under PG Lane, the label,
that's true. Dang, yeah, that's real. Yeah.
and that's the
I
reality of what his performance is. Now, was
yeah.
that shit mid a Super Bowl performance worthy?
No.
Eh,
So
eh.
I was
But
it was mid, but I felt like it was good. I mean,
name somebody else that ever did a Super Bowl and did not perform their top hits.
that's true. No, nobody. I can't think of nobody who didn't. But I
Name
and
one rapper that ever performed headlining the Super Bowl by itself.
nobody.
That's
Didn't
a first.
Michael perform by was didn't Michael do it by himself?
Michael had a band with him. Michael had people with him.
Oh, like who? You talking about like what do you mean he had people with him? Then
I
he
think it was
did.
a few people that popped out with Mike.
Oh, well, he had
But
Scissor.
Mike had somebody like Slash or something with him. Mike had band people with him.
So what about he fact he brought out Scissor? And that was one of his. That's one of his biggest songs. The song he got with SZA. The 2 songs he got with SZA.
They are, but they not his biggest songs. They not Lady Gaga big.
But he not a Lady Gaga. He not a Lady Gaga either though.
Who? He got a song with Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga is on that Pull Up, Drink, Headshots, Drink. That's Lady Gaga on there. That's sick.
Know that.
That's sick when you go back and think about it, right?
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of the subliminals he had, like when he had Serena doing a crib walk, well, she did a terrible crib walk, by the way.
But that's from Drake taking shots at her.
Yeah, and that was one of Drake's exes. And he talked to SZA. They said he talked to SZA when she was underage, but she said I think he said she was 17 or 18 or some shit.
That's tragic.
Yeah. And then he had and then they said he had the A Chain was for somebody said it was for A Minor, but I think it was for his label.
So the PG Lane, I think PG Lane got one of them type of titles in it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But then again, A Minor is a musical note.
And it is a lowercase a.
That's a triple entendre we just broke down all along. And it's a shot at Drake. It represents so much, and it's disrespecting somebody at the same time.
Right. What everybody been talking about is them jeans he had on. I'm trying to see what them jeans that I've been hearing.
You beefing with a nigga in bell bottoms, bro?
Right. Yeah, on bell bottoms.
How you gonna beef with a nigga in bell bottoms? And you run around with a hood? The nigga in bell bottoms got you dressed like Kanye.
Right. Right.
He took you from Borett's and jerseys and running around in your own set of bell bottoms, hanging with everybody from Sexy Red and all the city girls to now you all by yourself with security dressed like Kanye.
Man, that's how you know he really messed that man up. And I feel like I think Drake realized he kind of done. Because I don't think he feel like he can come up with anything. Because I honestly do not know what he can possibly do. Because there was a poll that I was watching on YouTube, and they were saying, what could Drake do? What can he possibly come back? Like, what is it that he could possibly do and come back? He can't come back hard. He can't come back hard rapping hard. He can't make no music for like girls because they're gonna call him he making it for the little girls. Like, what can he can't do no. He gonna have to do like Mexican music, or he gonna have to do like something. I just don't see what he could possibly do that could come back and hit hard, because you can't come back hard.
You know what song he could? You know what song he could have held out, and instead of dropping "Give Me 50," would have been a better response to "They Not Like Us." I mean, like that.
Yeah.
If he would have dropped Jimmy Choo.
Yeah.
With 21 Savage.
Mm-hmm.
After they dropped Like That, this is a whole different battle.
Yeah, definitely.
Cause whatever, I can't remember Drake verse, but I remember like if it would have been like, if I let my nigga 21 say you a pussy, yeah. That's a whole different battle now.
Right. But I don't think 21 even rock with him no more, right? Ain't nobody from Atlanta rocking with him no more.
Because everybody in Atlanta trying to figure out their own situation. You gotta take into consideration. 21 got exposed not too long ago.
What did he get exposed for? Wait. What did he get exposed for?
He got exposed as being an illegal immigrant.
Oh, for not being American. Yeah. But see, that don't count though, because you see, like, he took that in stride and he good now. Like,
he took it in stride though.
Hey, shout out to the boys for going live. I see y'all. Salute to
y'all. You can't say he wasn't the butt of the jokes at the time, my nigga.
Yeah, they had him in them British outfits, drinking tea and shit.
Yeah, but he was the butt of the jokes at that time.
But he took it with stride, and he didn't let it. He didn't let it like really mess him up.
They record. I respect it.
But at that time, yeah, it was ugly for that man.
It was bad, and then like the Migos, they lost They lost Takeoff. For them no
You say
more.
they lost Takeoff?
Yep, Takeoff died.
My nigga, Chris Brown diss was even worse than that. Was better than that.
That was fire against Quavo. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because when he told what's his name when you died, everybody wished it was you. That was like, hey, flag on the play, flag on the play. This beef is over, my nigga.
And I really believed Chris Brown, but whatever the thing, Chris Brown did so on a smaller scale. Chris Brown did what Kendrick did to Drake, because Quavo making rock music now.
But that's because they're all right. The thing with the Migos is, as a group, people want a certain sound.
Right.
They come with a certain sound together that you can't get with them separate.
Yeah.
And by them missing that one quality part of the sound, it's almost like y'all are a novelty act now.
Yeah. And even though Offset is doing better to me than Quavo is, but Offset everything he makes sound the same. All his music sound the same. He got the same flow style. He picked the same kind of beats. I got an unpopular opinion that I think.
What's that?
The whole Atlanta fell off. Let me cook. Think about. Young Thug was in prison. Now he can't make the same kind of music no more. So the same music he was making, talking about slime or all of that stuff, he can't do any of that anymore. The Migos lost Takeoff. I don't know what 21 doing. Gucci lost all his he lost all his artists.
Right.
And any artists that get signed, they die or go to jail.
Right.
Don't get me on Baby. Baby, anything that Lil Baby make right now is ass. He ain't made a hit.
God damn. Hot. All right.
Give me somebody in right now outside of what's the name? Gunna. He the only one, and is he really from Atlanta? And he from like a city outside of Atlanta?
No, he from Atlanta, but he odds with 21 side. I mean with Gunna. I mean with Thug and them.
Yeah. So tell me, outside of Gunna, who in Atlanta is really bringing the heat? You know who? Everywhere else is doing good.
Atlanta busting on the content creation side though at the moment.
That's true. We got a lot of people. Yeah, you're right.
Atlanta is still the mecca of black hip hop at the moment.
Yeah, I'm not taking that away from them. I'm just saying they not hot like they was. Like when you thought of Atlanta, you thought about. I haven't heard a song from somebody out of Atlanta that was just hot. That was like, oh man, they killing it. And then
we also got to take into consideration this: when Atlanta get cold, Atlanta get dry, bro.
That's true.
Them niggas ain't outside like they normally are, and most of them probably on tour right now somewhere.
I can see that. And then you got to think about right now. It's that drill music, which is so stupid to me, and all of that sound like ass too. I don't like drill music. Drill music for people is the new mumble. Is the new mumble rap.
We finna get a new party culture for a second.
Yeah.
Somebody got to make like a party rock anthem.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody got to get some producers got to get together, and I know some producers and I got some ideas, but I ain't giving niggas shit my ideas.
Right.
I'm being 35th putting it together. But you got to make something that's like, you got to make something that people want to go party, bro.
Right.
All the music don't make you want to go out.
Right. Nothing. Like I don't be feeling like doing nothing. I be at the crib. I literally be at the crib because then ain't nothing motivating me no more. Like,
I don't want to go to a club because as soon as I hit Not Like Us, to me that's like to me playing Not Like Us right now is like this generation's Not If You Buck.
yeah. I mean, and I React right now, it's like their cheat code. That's what a lot of DJs is playing. They play anything from this new album. And you know what's weird? I like Kendrick, but this music feels so like left field from what Kendrick made before. Like a lot of Kendrick music before was so empowering. This album, this new album that he came out, it's all kind of like you said, the Nuck If You Buck kind of music. All of his singles are these upbeat, like all kind of sound like got the same vibe as Not
They
Like
all
Us.
upbeat. They all produced by West Coast producers. And they're Kendrick made a regional album as a Kendrick did something Drake can't do. Kendrick made a regional album for the nation off of a diss track.
Yeah.
It ain't even a diss track, it's a single.
Honestly, I'm kind of wore out. I'm kind of Kendrick out.
When did he drop Not Like Us?
Less than a year ago, probably like 8 months ago.
Yeah, so you got to take into consideration this. He played it 5 times at his own event.
Right, the pop out. Yeah,
We tired of you dissing this nigga now. Go fight him.
Right, that ain't gonna happen. I'm over it. I don't think either one of them will. Who you think will win?
Huh?
Who you think will win? I
I
don't feel like Drake don't. For some reason, I just don't feel like he got no hands.
Kendrick do more push-ups.
I feel like he had to get no surgery to get buff. I don't know. I don't think Drake could take him.
I think he can.
You think Drake can take Kendrick?
It's a big height difference too, though. Drake like 6'2".
I ain't talking about just because David and Goliath. Just because you big don't mean you can fight.
Drake 6 feet.
6 feet. It's about who got them hands. It's about who got the hands.
Light skinned niggas don't like getting marked on their face. He might be able to block good.
I thought he'd be running.
6 feet versus 5'5", it might be a chance.
No, I think Kendrick give him all gut shots.
I don't want to hear nothing from 40 if Drake lose a fight though to Kendrick.
Do a boxing ring, do a boxing match. I feel like they can make up, be friends again, box, call
celebrity boxing.
Let them fight, and then they good.
This beef would be over if we had celebrity deathmatch still.
Yeah, but that's talking about. We talked about this on the podcast the other week. That's the reason why we can't have another Def Jam, a Def Jam video game, fighting game, because those artists will be mad. They get mad if they getting beat up. I don't think they would agree to it. Plus, a lot of artists. I don't think a lot of artists will want to be able to get beat up by somebody else.
Hey, they was mobbing back then though, bro. Yeah. They were running around in groups like. They say Wu-Tang used to travel. They only had 6 or 7 members, but there used to be like 50 of them.
Yeah. You think about New York is only state that got had some of the best groups outside of Outkast from Atlanta and Goody Mob. Yeah.
You say Atlanta groups, Outkast,
Goody Mob.
Matter of fact, we just gonna say the Dungeon family as a whole, because everything that came out the Dungeon, everything that has come out the Dungeon family has been a top of artist in Atlanta.
Meathead. He was Meathead. Yep.
They say if you go back, they say Future can really rap, but if you go back and listen to his old style, he developed as an artist.
Mm-hmm. I can see that. Yeah, he's come along, and you would think he would have blew up a lot faster, being that he had family in there. He had family in Dungeon family.
Sometimes, all right. So with artists, sometimes you got to go build your fan base.
Yeah,
it's the art that a lot of people lose because everybody want to be loved like Jay-Z. but they don't want to take them initial Jay-Z steps to where like, nah, nigga, I went out personally and played the song on this person's phone. So if you go out and you meet 100 people that day, and you get 100 people every day to follow you on IG, not only do you get them to follow you, you get them to play the song for a minute or two.
Yeah.
It gives you the sound that it gives you the stream that you're looking for. You can add it to whatever little thing they got and keep it moving. Right. And then eventually, as they go back and listen to it, all you need is 10 of those people a day to go back and listen to it to build your fan base.
Right. When he did the Racks on Racks song, that's when people didn't know. That's when people first. That was my first introduction to Future, was the Racks on Racks with the YC dude.
Yeah,
that was my first introduction, and then Tony Montana. Then I heard Tony Montana. Then what do he have after that? He had a bunch of. Then he just kind of had one on a run, and then he was signed to. Wasn't he signed to? He was signed to Rocco.
Who?
Future was.
You see what Rocco at right now?
He not doing great.
Straight in the county days, 305 MIA.
Well, Rocco was hard, but he kind of fell off, and then him and Future fell out.
So here's the thing about artists, right? A lot of people music came up here through the bootleg system.
Yeah.
Due to the fact that we really don't have that bootleg system where people just riding around with listening to random music, they all listening to whatever's on whatever's playlist.
Yeah.
We don't get to really get to go in and handpick our music unless we just add it to our own like Apple Music favorites and stuff like that.
Right. I remember when mixtape was really big. I remember when I used to listen to DJ Drama, his Gangsta Grills. Those were fire. Like, I used to listen to all of the Gangsta Grills. He really, he really kind of made Atlanta blow up with all of the. But he did Gangsta Grills with everybody, but the Gangsta Grills, what I knew. That's how I heard it, all the different stuff. People used to always have those Gangsta Grill CDs. I listened to it driving around.
So for Chicago, it was Stack of Starve.
Okay.
I believe it was Stack of Starve and Ferris mixtapes. Or you went and dropped it off at DJ V-Dub house or DJ Reese house. If you was trying to get a mixtape back in the day, those DJ V-Dub and DJ Reese was like, if you had something good, they would play it.
Right. I got up on a lot of Chicago music off of Ferris.
Yeah.
I hear it all the time. DJ Ferris. I remember that. We used to hear that all the time. Me and my homies we used to be just riding around about to go out, and we used to always hear Ferris. And then I met him. He was at I used to live in Indiana. I lived in Michigan City.
Right.
And he came up to this club in LaPorte. I got a photo with him. I gotta find it. But yeah, it's different though. Like, just the music scene itself is different. Like, before like the internet, YouTube, and all that stuff, we used to have to go to live mixtape. If you wanted to hear somebody new stuff, you went to live mixtapes. DAP. You went to all these different ones to get the music. It's different now. We got too many options now. It's too many places you can go now. I think it kind of like flooded it too much to where, like, I feel like you heard, as weird as it sounds, I feel like I heard more music I liked when I had to go look for, when I had to listen to it on a mixtape, or I had to go to a certain website to find it. And now it's everywhere. I feel like it just flooded it too much for me. So
yeah.
So that's so I miss those days. I miss, I'm 36, so I was around before there was an internet. I remember when we used to have to get stuff off of LimeWire. Now, granted, you might have got a virus in the process, but we used to be on LimeWire getting all the music, bootleg, everything.
A lot of artists to me sound too polished.
What do you mean?
Like, I put it like this: till this day, I don't think there's a mastered version of Slob on My Knob.
No,
it might be, but If you ever think of Slob on My Knot, it sounds like it came straight from the basement.
It literally does sound like somebody recorded it on the mic and put it right there.
Matter
I
of fact,
believe that.
everything on them like them Tell the Club Up mixtapes sound like they came straight from the basement. Like, all right, DJ Booth, you gonna spin, we gonna mix, you gonna rap.
Right. Because I don't think
Right?
they ain't had the money to do all of that back then either.
Now it sounds like, yo, you got all the money, so why are you not delivering something that's worth listening? Like, fuck, listening to something that'll make me a fan as soon as I put it on.
But everybody sound the same now. So it's like when you're not sure who you listening to, when you feel like you listen to the same person and half of those songs you don't understand what they saying, or I don't know, this music nowadays is trash. Like the whole mumble, because that's what they said about Future and Young Thug and Uzi and Playboy Cardi, Yachty, all of them that came out that time, and it sounded like a bunch of a mumble. You couldn't understand what they were saying. Like the music was bad.
The music they were pushing on a mainstream level sounded like everything else that was being pushed at the time, right? When Future was being pushed, I couldn't name you a mainstream song that he had, but Itching, Hard, That's My Hoe Too were not mainstream songs.
Yeah.
And that motherfucker was spitting.
Yeah.
But then they'll give you some shit that like, oh, this is what we pushing as a mainstream. Future. You listening like, nigga, get that shit away from me.
Right. And then, then the whole auto-tune thing, like everybody did auto-tune, and then they, and they were literally jocking T-Pain. T-Pain was a pot.
If we don't get one thing from this halftime show and this beef with Drake, we might get a T-Pain halftime show.
We need one.
T-Pain definitely did a review on the halftime show and was like, I feel like I can do one.
He could. Cause you think about
T-Pain can do an entertaining halftime show.
Oh yeah, cause he got, it ain't like he got a lot of music. He can, yes. He can do stuff from his first album all the way to his current stuff.
Reason.
Yeah, if he could do the song with him and Glorilla, he can do all his stuff he did with his people. He could do stuff he did with Chris Brown. He got stuff with Wayne. Who he ain't worked with. They said at one point, it was a 2008 and what year was that? They said at one point Wayne T-Pain did more collaborations than anybody in that year. He said he did so many collaborations his kids didn't even know who he was. They was like On the Road Daddy and Home Daddy. He was the man. I don't think.
Yeah, because T-Pain was everywhere at one point. He still got his hands in everything at this point.
Yeah, but at one point he couldn't do no wrong. Like you think, you know what they say? Drake was helping everybody, was giving them stimulus package. T-Pain was doing it before him.
Before, bro, Trey Songz gave Drake a lot of stimulus package though.
Yeah.
People don't realize the artist that was around helping Drake that he piggybacked off of. Now it just so happened you piggybacked off of somebody who's considered at the time in the same boat of the people we look up at to, like the Wayne from New York, Scarface from Texas.
Yeah.
When it comes to Louisiana, we look at Wayne. That's the GOAT for Louisiana. Yeah. At that point, right now is Boosie.
Yeah.
Right now is Boosie. Yeah. We gonna get Boosie has earned his spot as the nigga of Louisiana right now.
Yeah.
But that's because Boosie came out and he's standing on business. We finna get off in a minute. But that shit that's going on with the way bro lined himself up, he lined himself up to where, like, once you get to that top spot, it's Tyson. As much as we love it, it's Tyson. Once you start seeing Tyson lose, look how long of a break Tyson had to take and reinvent himself for us to love him again. As in, like, yo, this 60-year-old finna go fight this 20-something-year-old.
And that was tragic.
And we're up here looking like, yo, this man we just watched rebuild himself when we just seen him fight not that long ago, and he fought another 50-year-old.
Yeah, because he fought. Because you talking about Tyson, or you talking about?
Yeah, Tyson fought Roy Jones like 2 years before
And
he fought.
Yeah, he did. He kicked his butt. He did a really good job. I think he. I
But
thought he was.
age, father time.
You know. I hate to be a conspiracy theorist, but I feel like that was a money grab, and I feel like, or maybe they made it to make it more exciting. Because when we saw his training, Mike looked dangerous, but when he got into that ring, I don't know where any of that was. I don't know if they just had a great marketing team and they marketed. They would catch when he would do something real good, but like in the ring, he looked bad.
Yeah, because
he got 20 million.
We talking about a 30-second clip versus 3-minute rounds,
3 minutes,
2-minute rounds.
Yeah. So do you think was it Logan? Which one is it, Logan or
That was Logan.
Yeah. So do you think Logan is the future? A boxer?
Logan got to start fighting real boxers. If not, right now he in that Floyd Mayweather position.
What do you mean?
Where you get to the point where you control your career to where you're pretty much a novelty act.
Yeah.
You're not a real boxer because you're not going for WBC shit. You're not going for WBA shit. Yeah, you're not going for things that qualify you as a professional boxer.
Right.
What y'all doing is pretty much celebrity boxing.
Basically, he fighting no names or washed ups.
Yeah. You're not fighting top 20.
Yeah.
Top 10.
Yep. He need to fight somebody. He need to fight. No, I'm saying gonna fight Tank. That would be terrible. That would be.
First, you got to figure out what his weight class. What's Logan Paul's weight class?
I think he heavyweight. He big, so he would have to fight somebody bigger.
Logan Paul not stepping in the ring with the niggas that he fight.
No, he fighting people under that ain't on the same weight class. No, you right. You're absolutely right. So, I heard he was fighting his brother, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. They need to fight each other.
Logan Paul is currently 220 pounds.
Okay. So he would have to fight somebody in that round. I wonder who.
I'm finna find out right now. Anthony Joshua. How much does Anthony Joshua weigh?
I think he's bigger than Anthony.
Who?
Logan is.
Hell no.
He not?
Yeah, I don't know. Hell no. Yeah.
What's the weight differences?
Maybe not Anthony Joshua, but he could definitely fight Deontay Wilder.
Oh, Wilder ain't Wilder kind of washed up right now, ain't he?
Don't matter. Wilder 240, 214, you 220.
Wilder having a terrible.
Since you just mentioned that he washed up, why not take that fight?
Yeah. I don't think he's that washed up. I think he washed up because his last fight he lost.
Anthony Joshua 245. The one that was beating up everybody else is 226. The one that beat Tyson Fury not that long ago. Okay.
Yeah. But to your point, I don't think he want to fight nobody who can. And I wonder what he thought he was proving by fighting a 60-year-old man. Like, I think he was fighting off the legend that is Mike Tyson. Because if he would have fought Mike Tyson in his prime,
it's a money grab.
For sure.
So you know what was a money grab, and it kind of seemed where the country stood with people.
What's that?
The whole McGregor Floyd Mayweather fight.
Oh, 100%. I feel like that was probably one of the first money grabs because I feel like Floyd could have been knocked him out. They made that fight go way longer than it needed to be because McGregor ain't used to. He used to being able to kick and grab. He wasn't used to being able to have to just box. And I don't think.
When last time Floyd knocked somebody out?
It's been a long time. He didn't knock people down, but he ain't knocked nobody out in a long time.
Floyd ain't going in the ring to knock nobody out, bro. Bro ain't trained for that. He going for easy money. You finna get these counter punches. I'm finna get paid because I negotiated this already.
Right.
And on the back end, you gonna see somebody like McGregor do what he does now.
Right.
Dana White say, bro, it's hard to get McGregor to want to fight somebody when the numbers ain't gonna add up. The reason we don't see Khabib fight over here in the States, the numbers don't add up for what he can make
Right.
over there.
Right. I mean, I know, like I said, what you said something about Floyd. Floyd only doing exhibitions. He fighting people in Japan. People he, like you said, he know he can beat up. You know, so I think I'm about to get off. I ain't even took a shower and none yet. I got right on with y'all earlier, so I'm about to.
Hey, look, we got a recorded episode and a live episode, like always. I got a phone call to make. All right, bro.
All right, man. Peace.
One.